Hello everybody and welcome back to Arctico. As always, I am Dor, and today we are going to go ahead and lay out our farms and stuff and then wrap up the series. But in between episodes here, I came back to this house and I went ahead and found the last little blueprint. So it's this guy. We interacted with this in episode 1, I think. I feel like we interacted with this at least. I know we were in here. We read the little pamphlet thing. Even when I came back down here in between episodes, I even slept on this bed. So in order to get the blueprint, for whatever reason, I had to run into the furnace and it unlocked it. And I think it's that thing because it is a coffee machine that we unlocked. So that's where the last little blueprint was that was hiding from us. It wasn't somewhere hidden away on the map here, something that we just didn't discover. It was something we literally found in the first episode, and for whatever reason, it didn't unlock when we were in there. But anyways, let me go ahead and head back to the house really quick. Also, I forgot if I showed you guys how the kayak changed because we went ahead and upgraded it. I'm trying to find a thing of water. Let me go jump in the water. So this is what the kayak looks like with the one level into it. It adds the little thing on the side. It also increases the speed a little bit here. I kind of notice it now that I go around a little bit quicker. But we have enough money to go ahead and upgrade some more of these things, so I'm going to go ahead and do that as well. But I'm going to do it to our dog sled to see what changes on that. I'm going to dump one level into it and see what changes, and then we'll just go ahead and dump the rest of the money into it all at once. Okay, so just so we can remember this is what the very stock one looks like. This is just bare bones. We're going to go ahead and upgrade it a little bit here, and I think we're getting some really good lag going on right now because I went ahead and expanded our turbines because we were running into a real power issue. We had so much of the ore backlog that it took us a little while to actually process that stuff all through, and we had to go ahead and get more power because we weren't able to process all of it through. So let's go ahead and upgrade this, and let me go ahead and dump 1 point into it. So it's still on level 0. This is going to put it to level 1, and let's see what's changed on these guys. Is there a different sled? Did it add more dogs? Or sled? Yeah, sled. And nothing that I can notice right off the bat here. Let me actually take the dogs out of here because it should go ahead and move a little bit faster, and it definitely seems a little faster. It seems like we're on a booster track right off the bat there. Let me go ahead and get to the farming stuff really quick before we dump any more points into that because we need to leave this base. We need to just go ahead and upgrade what we're going to upgrade, and then we can go ahead and leave because I don't know what's going on with it. The game did get an update in between episodes here, and I'm getting some massive lag spikes here. But let's go ahead and take the farm stuff that we have down right now. I'm going to take the silo from this because the radius on this thing is pretty big. If we go ahead and plop it down, we do have, if we can see it, it's like double or triple the size of the radius of everything else that we have. So we're going to go ahead and stick this on the bottom part of this building here, and hopefully it interacts with the stuff that's on the top floor too, because that would be kind of cool if we don't have to have another one up there. But we can go ahead and put our plants and stuff in that room. So we're going to take our arm and our sprinkler and put it over here as well, and then we should be able to go ahead and start putting the plants in here. I'm going to see if I can get these things to kind of be like in the entrance here, and that should have the entire radius of the bottom floor here. And we're just going to go ahead and delete the other ones here because we don't really want these ones. They will go ahead and make some sort of money because they're not just super cheap, but we're going to try and do the potatoes and mushroom things because these are the best things that I've seen in the little seed selling menu to go ahead and make some money here. So we're going to go ahead and lay them down here. And actually, I kind of want to see if these are... Oh, I can't climb up there with these, can I? I have to put them down here. Okay, never mind. So we'll place these ones here, and then we'll go ahead and place a couple on the top thing there and see if it actually waters or harvests them from the bottom there, which I don't think it will, but it doesn't hurt to see if it does. So we can go ahead and place the potatoes down here as well. Something else I also realized in between episodes, we don't actually have to put the plants and stuff inside one of these buildings. We can just build one of these big platforms and just have a bunch of plants down getting watered and harvested because we can actually have those just out in the open here instead of having to put them in a building. But we'll go ahead and finish putting these ones in the building here just to see if they are going to go ahead and get harvested like I said. So let's go ahead and put this one like that. And if it turns blue, then it gets watered from below, and it's not turning blue, so we have to go ahead and put these stuff up here as well, so that's not a big deal. Oh, you know what? Actually, it did just get watered. As I was picking the other potato plant here to place down, it actually just got watered from the bottom there, so we don't actually have to put one down up here, so that's pretty nice. So let's go ahead and cram as many of these in here as we can, and hopefully we don't have to come back up here. And that one just got watered as well, so that is a very good sign here. Okay, so we managed to squeeze 19 of them in here, although only half of them, or not even half of them, are getting watered. The other ones on that side of the building are not. So what I'm going to go ahead and try and do is actually stick the water thing in the middle with the harvesting thing as well, and then hopefully this interacts with the entirety of this little building here. I don't know how big the radius is on this thing, actually. Let me plop that out here for a second. And we have a very small radius. Okay, so let's actually stick it in the middle as close as we can here to go ahead and harvest everything. The silo thing here doesn't actually need to be in the middle. I don't think that really matters because the radius on this thing is so huge. So we can actually cram this over in the corner to just get it out of the way. And then we can stick this like dead center so it has the most range out of everything here to go ahead and harvest everything. So right there should be fine. That should have the entire building covered. And I can't actually see the radius anymore, so I'm going to take that as a good sign. And then we can do the same thing with the arm here. And I think if we place it here, we'll be able to harvest everything. And let me go ahead and place it down, please. There we go. And if we hover over the arm, we do have the radius, and it's just going over the top of these. So these should get harvested, and the ones up there should get harvested. So let me actually put some more down here, and then we should have a bunch of potatoes getting produced over and over again here. And we're just going to go ahead and cram this room up as well, so we don't actually ever want to come back in here. There's really no need to ever come back in here. You know what? This bottom floor is actually a little weird. I can't actually put any more down here, so I guess that's all we're going to have in here. We have 4 potatoes, 1 mushroom, and then the 19 potatoes on the top floor here getting produced, and it looks like they're all being watered. Let me actually go back up there and see if I could get back up there. There we go. And yeah, they're all getting watered, so that's good. We're going to have a ton of potatoes coming through. Again, it's not a 1-to-1, so this number could just be bouncing around like crazy. So let me go ahead and sell everything that we do have, so that way in the morning we can actually see what we end up producing and whatnot. So let me get rid of all of those and a little bit of the potato or the mushrooms as well, because we're producing those, and that should be good. Okay, and then we have this building empty. We also have some more buildings we can place down because there's some more rooms that we can have as well that I never actually placed down, so that was my bad. So let's go ahead and build one of the dark matter collector things, or dark matter detector things. And it's just that big orb that's downstairs as well. And it's a 50 energy use thing, just like the one that's downstairs. Okay, and then was there one more building type that we haven't tried in this building type thing? The telescope. Okay. And then I think there's one more for the big buildings here as well. Do I have any of the build things here? Never mind. We have all the big buildings down that we can have. And then let's go ahead and place down one more of these little ones so we can go ahead and have the telescope building down as well. And this one can be that thing. And it's going to give us a telescope over here on the wall. Okay, cool. So can we zoom around with this thing? We can't, but we are just generating some more data. So, okay, I'm not too worried about that. And this one's actually going to be free, so that's nice. The other one's going to cost us 50 to generate. This thing is also producing 200 power a day. I missed it when it flashed up on the screen, but I managed to see that now that we produced the 200 power and then what is it, 2 gigabits of data. So let me go ahead and dump a whole bunch more money into our sled here, and then we'll go ahead and see what the max level is. I have like 200,000 to go ahead and spend, so we might as well upgrade our sled a little bit here to get around a little bit quicker. Okay, never mind. It's level 3. Level 3 is the max. We can't go any higher. Okay, so let me upgrade the rest of all of these things as well then. Okay, so I just went ahead and slept through the night here just so we can see how much potatoes we're actually going to generate, and I also put another arm in here because that one arm actually isn't harvesting everything. So once we see that one change from being harvestable to being watered again, we can go ahead and actually check our numbers, and we didn't go up. There we go. Okay, so there we go. Everything's harvested. Everything is watered again. So we can go over here to our terminal and see how much potatoes we actually produced in one day here. And we are at 104, and we went to bed with only 9, so we produced, I believe, 95 potatoes in that one sitting there with only, what is that, 23 plants going. So that's a pretty decent outcome, I think. And then each 20 of those sells for 1,500, so we have 5 sets of those we can sell for a decent amount of money there, which we really don't need anymore because we don't have any more upgrades we can buy. But anyways, let's go ahead and run on over to our dogs here and see how much faster they are now that they are fully leveled up to level 3 here. So let's go ahead and get on this. The sled does not look any different than it has. So let's actually take the speed track back to the first base so we can get away from the lag monster that is those wind turbines, I'm thinking. Okay, so actually the lag didn't get any better back at the main base here, but in between episodes, I think like an episode or two ago, I went ahead and filled this thing out with the solar panels before we went ahead and did that base thing over there. But we have this thing producing, and if we go ahead and enable this, I don't know if the update fixed it, but it was just constantly running all day because it's so many panels to go ahead and harvest from that it doesn't get through all of them in one day, so it keeps going throughout the night trying to pick everything up, and then these things are generating power every now and again to fill themselves back up, and then we keep getting power like that. So we had a decent little chunk being generated there. We also placed down one of the gliders over here by the main base because every time we teleported to the base it would take us here, so I just got fed up with it and put a little glider over here. Also, it would be kind of cool if we can upgrade this thing, since we can upgrade everything else, but we can't upgrade this, it doesn't seem like. But we also have, what else did we get upgraded? I kind of want to see what the little boat looks like now, the little canoe. And the dogs are so much faster on the snow here. This is like we have those booster treks just constantly going. Not as fast as the booster treks, obviously, because, I mean, what's the point of having those down if the dogs will get faster and faster, right? But those are much, much faster than what they were in the beginning here. So the fully upgraded canoe gives us 2 of those little side panel things. And the canoe speed is way faster than it used to be. That is nice as well. Kind of wish I found that workbench thing before we got super far into the game here, because we pretty much got it at the end of the series here. Anyways, that's kind of nice still, nonetheless. We also got the fishing rod. Is there any fish in this water? I don't think there is. We have to go that way. That's the closest thing of fish. All right, so if we try out the fishing rod, does it go faster or does it harvest more fish in one go here, or what is it going to do here? Because it doesn't seem to be any quicker in catching a fish. And there's the fish there. So let's go ahead and pull this thing up, and we only got one fish for it, so I don't know what the difference between that would be, but okay, I'm not going to fish anymore. We don't need any more fish. But I think that's actually going to go ahead and be it for today's episode and the series here. So it might be a bit of a short one. We really couldn't do too much on the planting side of things because the lag is here for some reason. I placed down all those wind turbines and it was fine. I don't know what's going on today. I went to go ahead and launch the game and we got this mess of a laggy thing going on. I don't know if there was an update again or what just happened, but it is what it is, I suppose. But we can go ahead and say bye-bye to Nabi, and we got Roma, and then we got Layla, and then we got Ollie, and I didn't have to look at all those to remember the names because I couldn't remember what they were. But anyways, we are going to go ahead and wrap it there, so hope you guys enjoyed as always, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.